at knowing where the limit is just before you get there. Always a challenging thing to do, but we're about to find out who can get it done through turn 13 and through turn 14. About to take the green flag for the Montreal Grand Prix. Our Muhammad Alif, CiL Davidson from Ball State are going to lead us to the green, and we're racing in Canada. Firing off into turn 1, we are side by side, and it looks like for the most part the top 10 able to make it through cleanly. Still side by side for the 4th spot, that's Ben Fiore eking ahead, and CiL Davidson goes off. He was able to grab the lead from Alif and then missed the corner there, but rejoined safely. Now Alif trying to see what he wants to do, but Wyatt Burton is going to stick his nose into the outside. Side by side, this through the exit of turn number 6, down the straightaway, and there is a huge wreck. Andrew Burl involved. I see Adrian Tubakovic, and this is all the way back at turn number 1, very beginning of the race. I saw that the top 10 got through cleanly, but now we're going to see that farther back in the field it was chaos. It looks like that's Drew Williams made a move. That's Adrian Tubakovic. Marlo Duncan goes through the grass to avoid it. Andrew Burl looks like he got the worst end of it. Excuse me, that was not Drew Williams, that was Nick Stockner. Nick predicted correctly that there was going to be no grip. Looks like he made a little bit of... they've got Jake Cummings between them. Jake Cummings back here in the 9th spot. Not where we're used to seeing this 95 car. Usually he's up there battling Halterman. We've seen him pretty much anywhere from 2nd to 4th on road courses and ovals this season. Hasn't been able to lead a whole lot. But right here he's looking, and he gets off in the grass, but he keeps his foot in it to the inside. Still, Henley doesn't let him have it. Now they're at the apex, and Henley gives it to him. But a hard-fought battle for 8th. Give it to Jake Cummings, which is right about where he qualified. So, thus far, not a whole lot of progress made for Cummings. He's got a long train of cars behind him, so definitely not want to make a mistake. At the end of this train is Dylan Beatty and Aiken Lamar. Taking a look at Dylan Beatty there, another Ball State driver. Blocked in and focused, still with 51 laps to go. And something's happened to Wyatt Burton. Wyatt Burton has gone off. Burton dropped back to the 4th position. Looks like he's gotten back on track. Not entirely sure what happened to him, and just breaks incredibly late. And because he misses the corner, iRacing has told him to serve a slowdown penalty. Basically, iRacing has a procedure to stop you from cutting corners course of a couple laps. You see right there, good corner exit for Ben Fiore. I was looking a little bit farther back in the pack. This is Adrian Tubakovic. Tubakovic was, looks to me like he may have pulled the wheel just a little bit too far to the left to try to keep himself off the wall. And scary moment there for Andrew Burl. But a safe rejoin for Tubakovic, able to get up to speed there from Lamar. But Fiore taking the fight to Burton. Hard on the brakes through, I believe, the 3rd switchback of the course. And this is the one that we've talked about being important. Going to set up, I believe, the hairpin. So this should take them down into turn 11. Incredibly heavy braking zone. Fiore's able to stay right there. Don't know if he's got an opportunity to make a move just yet. He's going to have to get a really good corner exit to try to set Burton up. But we know that Burton is really good at driving into the corner. That's where Burton gains a lot of time, a lot of positions, which also makes him incredibly hard to pass. So we'll see if Fiore can get it done. These two have been around each other since the drop of the green, and I believe that was Burton completely missing the corner. Yep, he's had to serve that slowdown penalty again. That's turn 14, just not able to get on the brakes hard enough without worrying about spinning the car. Now he's got to contend with Aiken Lamar. Lamar has the preferred line there through turn 2, and that allows Fiore to open up about 9 car lengths. Still Burton and Lamar side by side. Lamar backs off a little there and lets Burton have it. But the second time through that same corner, a very costly mistake is Jacob Dick way off to the side, way off pace for the 22 car. Not sure what happened to him. And it looks to me that he's going to get too much curb. What we saw happen to Nick earlier, and spin it. Same spot we saw Tubakovic go around. Moody, the left front, missing. And we're going to get a replay of it here. You see side by side in front of him. That's Christian Hill, was alongside Andrew Voigt. Keegan Kallick had closed back up into that battle. And then Lucas Moody just got incredibly hot into the braking zone, and it tore the left front off of that car. We mentioned this earlier. And they're going to exit side by side. Fiore spins the tires. Burton nails the gas coming off pit road. Here comes Ryan Whitlock. Whitlock yet to pit, but that's for position. Now here comes Jake Cummings, and all of a sudden we've got 4 cars under a blanket, but Burton and Fiore are going to be on cold rubber. Looks like Fiore's put on the primaries because he's going to go the distance at the end of the race. Didn't see what Burton put on there, but he was so much cleaner getting back onto the gas. We saw Fiore got super confident on the throttle, got a little too confident, getting in the gas, exiting pit road, and oh my gosh. Burton wins the race off pit road, locks himself in the 3rd spot. Davidson passes all these guys to get back up to P2. Now looking at Ryan Whitlock there, that's the look of concentration. And he can see these spots now. He has yet to make a pit stop, but he knows they're on cold tires. He's going to make a dive to the outside, around the hairpin, and Fiore slides to the inside. Fiore saw a gap, took it, and that sets Fiore up for the inside of 13. He's able to maintain momentum, draft a little bit off of the 26 of Burton, but Whitlock got a great run off the exit and was able to clear the 55. Now, does Fiore have anything? No. He's going to sit in line and just follow these guys into the final switchback, but it's Burton, Whitlock, Fiore, and Cummings. Great defense there by Ryan Whitlock. He tried to make a move. It didn't work, but he made sure that he had momentum on corner exit to prevent Fiore from making a move. Now Fiore super deep into the braking zone. He's going to get right on the bumper of the 81. Here comes Jake Cummings. Clint Halterman is right behind these as well. You can see off in the distance, Halterman coming. This is some of FC's best. He's going to put the power down. And Cale Davidson coming out of pits here. And he's actually, hang on a second. That's Wyatt Burton. Cale Davidson comes out of the pits behind Burton. He's going to have cold tires, but once they heat up, he's going to have fresh tires. And just when it looked like 20 seconds was going to be something that Wyatt Burton was not going to be able to make up, Mr. Excitement has gone ahead and made it exciting. Burton just ahead of Davidson now. There's only a couple car lengths between them. And we have had the pleasure of being joined actually up in the booth by Ricky Paz. Ricky, if you have something to say, welcome to the booth. Weren't sure we were going to see you tonight. But, yeah, how's it going, Ricky?
Oh, I'm just stopping by, to say hi and to say thank you to Cade Corbin and Lee Kane and to all of the viewers that are watching tonight. We've got a battle on our hands from the Mr. Excitement, Wyatt Burton. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this is going to be a battle to see.
This is one that you are not going to want to miss. And I have a feeling, the way that we've seen Dirty Air and the draft play factor in this entire race, that this is going to be one. And hang on a second, Wyatt Burton now in pit road. I'm pretty sure that car was just about guaranteed to make it on fuel. So unless this is serving a drive-through penalty for something, I don't see why Burton would pit. But no, he's going to come into his box and change tires. Ricky, if you've been watching this whole race, is there anything here that would indicate why Burton would be on pit road?
Well, tires are a big strategy here, right? The alternates are definitely what you want to be on for a quick lap time. I don't think Burton loses out on too many spots. As I say that, he's fighting with Jake Cummings on the exit of pit road. It'll be interesting to see what this strategy does, but I'm not really sure the fuel numbers, I run the league, but I took an entire week off, so I haven't talked to any of my guys and talked to any of the team. I think that realistically they should be fine on fuel, but this tire strategy might pay off. We're going to see these reds come up to temperature real quick as we see Mr. Excitement right on the bumper of Jake Cummings, the sick Jake Cummings this week doing his Jordan Flu game. What a block to the inside. Holy moly, this is going to be the biggest passing opportunity for Burton. Makes it look easy there on the exit of that second.
Definitely something interesting going on. I mean, we saw guys late move. Same spot here, turn 14.
He's got the run off the corner, going to get to the left, and you're going to want to be on the left side here. You're going to want to be on the left side as the preferred line entering this turn 1. Can he open up enough to get the space? And they're still side by side. Yep. And
both cars off track. Oh, heavy damage. Cummings got into the corner way too deep.
What a contact right here on your screens on the CIL iRacing YouTube. You guys just witnessed one of the biggest wrecks this season for a top 5 position. Look at this. Jake Cummings trying to make the inside work, gets the curb, and just locks up right into him. I might not be a race steward, but I'm going to say that that's probably Jake Cummings' fault.
And it was good to watch, and it
Well,
made a highlight reel for sure, you know.
even if the rule book says that you're a fault, doesn't mean that it's good TV. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
obviously, good TV day. And speaking of good TV, I'm going to leave you all with Cade Corbin to finish this race. Thanks for tuning in to the Formula College Series. And Cade, bring it home, buddy. Get some tea, maybe get some hot chocolate, and let's see a Leaf win another one of these things, huh?
Yeah, this is our Muhammad Alif going for, I believe, his 4th win of the season. He won at Mid-Ohio and Road America and Suzuka, and he is going to add another one to the name today. Right in front of him is Ryan Whitlock. We've talked about Ryan, pretty accomplished road racer, and our Muhammad Alif is just about to lap Whitlock. So that shows you the pace that Alif has. He's got 21 seconds on his teammate. Our Muhammad Alif going to come through 12, now going to come into turn 13 and turn 14 for the final time, past the Wall of Champions for the last instance. And Alif is potentially a champion, but our Muhammad Alif wins at the Succa Gilles Villeneuve, and he is going to celebrate this one with his Ball State teammates. Shakeups late towards the back of the pack, so we'll get those covered for you. But up front, you already know our Muhammad Alif 22 seconds ahead of Cale Davidson, who was another 26 ahead of Wyatt Burton in 3rd. Ben Fiore just misses out on the podium in 4th place, grabbed a couple spots late, just ahead of Clint Halterman, who rounds out the top 5 for UNC Charlotte. Jake Cummings for Converse University 6th, with a little bit of late contact. 7th for Ryan Whitlock from the University of Alabama in Huntsville. Last car on the lead lap. Then Thomas Crump, as mentioned there, actually his series debut, not just a season debut, but from Clemson University, 1 lap down in 8th. Beats out Dylan Beatty in the 9th spot for Ball State, and Christian Hill manages to get a recovery up to 10th, his first race of the season for Mount St. Mary's. Lucas Moody able to work his way up to 11th, got Keegan Cowlick there at the end. Cowlick for St. Clair comes home 12th, with Andrew Voigt for Penn State in 13th. Jason Wallet 14th for Drexel. Alex Finity 15th. Adrian Tubakovic 16th. Aiken Lamar holds off to 17th after a little bit of a spin, and Jacob Dick winds up 18th, 3 laps down. Able to gain a couple of spots there. Andrew Burrell 19th in the 121. Matthew Nordberg crashed out 33 laps to go, so unfortunately Nordberg scored in 20th. 21st, Marlo Duncan for the Milwaukee School of Engineering. Nick Henley for Ball State 22nd. Nick Stockner 23rd. Zohir Mirza and Joseph Grajava all out of the race, and Caden Hughes I do not believe was able to start. So unfortunately Grajava and Hughes for Purdue and Burton Parker College will round out the field.